Alright. We're here to talk some shit.
Let's talk our shit.
Period. What are we talking shit about today, Tony? Go ahead.
I don't know. What's the vibe tonight? What topic we need to speak on?
What we need to speak on?
Shit. First of all, I'm Dev. My host didn't introduce me.
Who's that?
You hear with
Just kidding.
you hear with it's the best. That's ITSDABAST on all platforms. I'll let you, boy.
Period.
What you want to talk about? What's the vibe today? Relationships, mental
What's the vibe
health,
today?
Politics,
Oh.
cars. I mean, whatever.
Hoes and boats.
Boats and
and
hoes.
hoes.
Boats and hoes.
You want to go fucking what's the word I'm looking for here? Like just like things going on in today's world.
Yeah, let's do things going on in today's world.
All right, you know what? We could do like a wrap up of 2024.
Bro, yes.
What are some notable things that happened this year that you think we should discuss?
I feel like there was a lot of craziness.
Fuck shit.
Bro, literally. The fuckery was just high. Too high. All year long.
Yeah, there's a lot of fuckery, but I feel like this year went hella fast. Like
It really did.
this year felt like January was 6 months, and then everything else was a blur. Like
Yeah.
I don't remember shit, but going to work, honestly.
Yeah.
I think I went on vacation in February. Like I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Everything was so fast, you know. But do you feel like in 2024 you built on relationships or lost some more relationships?
I want to say both. What about you?
I would say built on more. I feel like as though we keep the circle small, the circle grew a little bit, you know, with some good people. You know, well, I didn't really have to, you know, cut no bitches off, and then I had to cut nobody off. Like,
You know, bitches always need to get cut off. I'm gonna tell you.
there's nobody I had to feel like I had to like fuck up that was in the circle or nothing.
No, I feel
That's
that.
why we keep it tight.
Period. No, I agree. I definitely feel that, but I just feel like I am so forgiving, and I always give people the benefit of the doubt because I care, and I feel like they're just bad fucking people, and it's like crazy.
Yeah.
You know, people show their true colors. So it's like on that, like in a good recap of the year, I think it was great. I think I definitely built on relationships, and like I ended the ones that needed to be ended, and like life is good.
Can I ask you, what's like your most fond memory of the year?
My most fond memory.
Like, you'll talk about it in later years, and it'll make you think of 2024. Like, yo, in 2024, I did this. Like, I know you can think of some
My
of
favorite.
2016 right now.
For sure.
Like, what's that memory of this year?
Our podcast.
Yeah,
We stayed up all night and talked and recorded so many. I think we had like 5 hours.
Hell yeah. Hella shit to edit, huh?
No, literally. But it was like so just everything, and it was like so natural. Like it wasn't even, we thought the shit through. We just fucking ran with it.
Yeah, that was great.
Mm-hmm.
That was
What about you?
Damn, that was a good one. I think not only the podcast, but like watching you grow your podcast in general. It's like something I'm gonna remember from this
Pretty
year.
cool.
It's like starting from the beginning, watching it, and then like when it's huge, it's gonna be like, damn, I remember 2024 and you started that shit, cause like, you know,
Yeah.
that's something I'm, you know, and even like memories like this don't have to be for yourself. Like, I'm just happy to see you blossom.
Oh, thank you.
You know,
I just feel like it was so dope. Like, we're doing regular shit, and I feel like when you do what you love, it comes natural.
That's
and anything is a go. And so I feel like, fuck it. I feel like people love to listen. People are curious, and people love opinions.
I feel now more than ever. I feel like we turn it old. Like, we turn into our grandparents. I don't know if, like, you know, like, when we was young, we get in the car, we want to hear music. Or, like, we get ready, we want to hear music. And, like, you ever been with, like, an older relative, like, back in the day, and they listen to talk shows?
Right.
Or you know, they're listening to talk radio, and you're like, who the fuck wants to sit here and listen to this shit? But now this generation, we listen to podcasts.
I agree.
We watch streams.
Right.
Like, you know, we like commentary. You know, but I feel like it's also affecting a younger generation where it's weird, but they do too.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, and us at their age, we were not listening to this shit.
Absolutely
we were watching this
not.
shit.
Yeah.
You know, but now it's cool because it's interesting. I can tell you right now, like, my most used app on my phone is YouTube. Because if I'm working out, if I'm getting ready, and I'm one of those people, like, I just, even working, I need background noise.
Yeah.
If I'm driving, I don't even listen to music sometimes. If I'm not listening to that Supercharger wine, I'm listening to Breakfast Club. I'm watching an interview on Vlad or, you know, something like that. Like, some form of commentary. You know, I love my political shit.
Right.
You know, I'll be listening to, but, you know,
okay,
majority of the time it's not music.
Pause.
What's up?
We gotta stop right there. Pump the brakes.
What now?
Okay, you said politics, so you know.
What's
I gotta
up?
ask, what do you think about Joe Rogan?
I don't really watch Joe Rogan.
Really? I feel like, you know, he be talking his shit. He be getting people controversy.
Cool, he has
no,
some,
I fuck with it, but I'm just saying, like, you are very
intelligent.
political. What do you think?
he has some interesting shit. I think him as a host, and this is just a personal opinion, I feel like sometimes it can be a little insufferable.
Okay.
It can be a little obnoxious. I feel like when I tried to watch him at first, he was a little floppy.
Okay.
You know, and like, I don't believe you had to pick a certain side, but be consistent. Now, I've heard that's changed, but like when I was watching like Joe Rogan's podcast in the early years of it, like, and I was like, it's
That's
cool.
cool.
Like if he had a guest I was interested in, I would listen, but I don't go out of my way to listen to Joe Rogan. I'm not gonna lie.
It's okay. I don't either. I just thought I'd ask. It popped up in my head.
I think the last person he had where I went and watched the whole interview was Blair White. I think I've only watched Blair White on there, Elon Musk, Mike Tyson. He had Alex Jones. I watched Alex Jones on there. But that's all I can remember. I did like listen earlier, but those ones, like I'm saying, if I see a name that I'm interested in, I'll check this out. But yeah, I don't go out of my way for Joe Rogan. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
that's not one of the ones I just go watch.
I dig it.
Yeah. Now obviously with what you're doing now, and you're doing a great job. Do you have an inspiration?
Inspiration. I just feel like be me, be authentic. I don't know. Try and be consistent.
Is there somebody you listen to though? I mean, like
Who
somebody
I listen to
that inspired you to do this, or like not that like you. I feel like you can be inspired by somebody and not still they flow or sound like them, but like they motivate you.
I think for you, Boo, it's probably, I could be wrong. Could be a Jelly Rolls girl.
It is Bunny.
Okay.
Yeah, she for sure.
I didn't even know she had a podcast.
Oh my god, she's amazing.
I only know of him because
Bunny
of you.
XO.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, yeah, they're great. I just feel like I love that she's so genuine and raw, and like I admire that she's brave enough to talk about it older, because I feel like the older, not that she's old, but the like more mature generation than us, they're like don't tell type shit, like don't talk about it, and like it's hard to express your feelings or like shit like that, traumas, you know, holding people accountable, and she does that, and she doesn't give a fuck about the backlash, and I feel like that's how I feel. I've always been vocal, I've always talked my shit, but I've always been this way. It wasn't just damn one day she's a bitch, or like damn she's really opinionated. Like I've been very consistent.
Now, would you say there was somebody in the background that kept telling you like you should stream, you would do great?
Oh,
like,
for sure.
Like there was particularly somebody that used
it's the best.
Oh God, that guy. I'm just playing.
No.
But I knew this was going to be your niche. I knew this was going to be something you were going to be good at. And just watching your stories, like when you would do your question of the days or like your story of the day, I was like, everything you're doing on your story that is fucking 30 skips long. But like, bro, this should be, and like, I'm happy you did the podcast route. I know you're doing the YouTube thing. But I was like, bro, you should do this on stream, bro. Like, you would do great. You would do numbers.
I honestly just need to learn. I don't know how.
You got me.
I know. You need to teach me. We have to do.
I got you. If you want me to get back into it,
I do, and I really agree you should. Yeah.
I feel like
let's get back to daily streaming. Streams.
When I started, one of my inspirations.
You didn't even say who was yours.
I was about to.
Okay, I
was letting you finish.
Sorry.
Let him lock in.
My bad.
I feel like one of my inspirations was definitely Tim the Tap Man, and I feel like what we had in common is that we both had personality, and that drew people in. Not really our skill of the game. Now I'm no fucking bot, and neither is Timmy, but I'm also not your phase fill in the blank.
Right.
I'm not the greatest at the game, but I'm gonna make you laugh. We're gonna have a good time here, and if we get a dub, we get a dub. But even if you have fun just watching me get killed a million times, or fuck, I went over that same Claymore again. These fucking rats, like, you know what I mean? But we gonna laugh and have a good time, Even if I used to have streams where we didn't even play a game, we talk, listen to music.
Hell yeah.
Chill, you know what I mean? But
that's a vibe.
I feel like when I first started, I was watching Tim a lot, and that's one thing I liked about him. And people would be like, "Oh, like, why are you watching Tim? He's not gonna help you get, better at the game." Or like I'd watch like Clubo. I love Clubo. Clubo is raw, like at Call of Duty. I'm specifically talking Call of Duty, but he's not a personality.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, like a radio personality?
Yeah.
Like, you love them for, like, who they are. Like a Charlemagne the God or, shit like that. Ebro, which nobody loves Ebro. But, shit like that. But, I watch Clubo for loadouts and, to really hone in my skill and, like, get, like, that motivation on, like, how to do different things and be better at the game and body movement and working on my shots with it. To have a good time and to enjoy a 3-hour stream, 5-hour stream, 8-hour stream, I'm laughing all day watching Tim the Tap Man. Like, I ain't taking tips from this nigga, but he's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to be like that. I wanted people to come here and have fun. Now, I think, like, I can't speak for him, but, if you look at, like, a Kai Cenat, now, obviously, when I started streaming, there was no Kai Cenat. But, like...
A black iCarly.
Right.
Stop.
But people come back to him because he has a great personality. He started out as a video game streamer, but that's not why we go back to him. Like, we don't give a fuck about the games. I think it's hilarious.
That's
like,
funny.
you know what I mean?
No,
But yeah, so what is a big challenge you face in 2024 though? Like, one challenge you say you face and you overcame, like, in 2024.
I want to say my biggest one is consistency.
Did you overcome it?
I feel like yes.
That's
I
good.
feel like I procrastinated a lot in the beginning of the year. Like, I want to say the front half. I feel like I could have went harder, and like I finished the year strong as fuck.
Yeah, you
like
did.
I've been consistent in everything in life. I've been prioritizing God, prioritizing, my relationship, prioritizing my career, and just my family, and everything in that order. And I feel like the elevation it's up.
Yeah.
How about you?
I would say my fitness journey, I came in the year hard. Like, I started December of last year, and we were extremely consistent. And I was consistent up until, I don't know if you remember, my back injury I had in June that had me out for 6 weeks. Yeah. After that 6 weeks of not working out, it was so hard getting consistent again. And I don't want to say I overcame it, but...
You've been hella consistent.
I've been back, being consistent. Which fucks up. Now I'm on vacation out here with you guys. I'm not working out. And I'm not eating healthy when I'm out here. But I was back motivated, back like, no, we got to do this. I was never the type of person to get up early. Now I'm doing 4 a.m. workouts with my boy. Damn. Now I'm going to the gym, earlier on my regular days just to do an extra 30 minutes of cardio, before I do my lift. Like, that wasn't me before. So I feel like if I haven't overcome, or like, if I haven't, like, climbed that hill yet, I'm getting there. I feel like I'm taking the proper steps. I just need to stay on that shit and get out of my own head.
Hell yeah. Oh, shit. You motivated me. I told you, I'm about to work out. I'm
Come
going to
on.
match you. I'm at least 3 days. And you're like, I go 5. And I was like, well, fuck, I'm going 5.
5, 4, it depends. Sometimes
No,
I don't go Sunday. It depends on what my work schedule is like Sunday.
No,
But sometimes I don't go Sunday.
No, I sorry to hear that. See, I've been trying to be really good with my diet because it's 80-20. You can't outwork a bad diet. And I feel like I finally am. I'm being so consistent. Like, I feel like consistent is the word.
Consistent was the word of 2024?
Yeah.
If that's true, then what is the word of 2025?
2025.
Discipline.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Discipline. For me, at least.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like discipline leads to greatness in all aspects of life.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm definitely living by that 1% rule every day. I want to be 1% better than yesterday. And I feel like, at least like the themes for me, it's me versus me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so focused. I'm so driven right now. I got, you know, a lot more things I would like to accomplish. And I feel like I'm keeping it low, keeping it tucked.
Yeah.
You just got to wait and see.
I like that. I feel like what comes with the consistency and discipline is also allowing yourself to be vulnerable to learn. Mm-hmm. You got to be a student of the game to conquer it.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean? You don't wake up knowing how to do anything. You have to learn it, and you have to be able to take advice. You have to be willing to fail.
Right.
But to try again.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like that's where the discipline comes in, is that you don't let your bad days define you, and you go out there and you try that shit again until you get better at it.
Yeah.
You know? And like you learn how to move different and do different things in different ways, and until you find out where it works for you. And when it starts working, you know, you share that same game, but you got to be a student of the game first.
Right. No, I agree. I definitely agree.
Damn, homies. Do you have... I hate saying New Year's resolutions, but do you have any goals for 2025?
I actually am in a like a weight loss challenge with Desiree. 15 pounds by the end of February. So what's up?
Let's go. You could definitely do that.
Fuck
and
yeah,
you started already?
Grinding. I have, yes.
Yeah, you can do it by the end of January.
My goal, like, I want to do it healthy, though. Like, I don't want to be, like,
should.
you know, loose or, like, the skin shit, you know?
Yeah.
So, I'm just being consistent. And honestly, I want to be a better runner. I want to be, like, really good with my breath work. Sometimes when I record, I notice, like, I listen to shit like that.
Yeah.
I pay attention. And I'm like, ew. Oh my God, do I sound like that? Holy fuck. And then I'm like, it's okay. It's smoker lungs.
You can definitely do that, boo.
But no, I really want to. So I'm challenging myself this year. I want to become a runner. I've been maintaining a mile every day before bed. But
really?
I have,
That's great. You doing outdoor or indoor?
Indoor.
Okay, cool.
But I want to do outdoor. So that is the goal.
I would hate for you to do it before bed. Dark outside creeps around
here. No, I know.
You keep that thing on you anyway.
Period.
Hey, if you listen, don't try shit. She keep two sometimes.
Period.
All right, so one for each hand. Cause,
that part. Yeah. Literally.
But no, that's great. I fuck with that.
What about you?
Definitely fitness. It's always going to be the goal. I want to get a better job. I want to work somewhere where I'm happy.
Amen. We need to go into detail with this. This is what we're definitely going to talk about.
We'll get into some detail.
No, work. We got to talk about that.
I will say some of my coworkers listen to your podcast, so I'm not going too far into detail.
No. That's okay. I want to talk on a professional level. I had some bullshit happen.
What happened to you?
I was devastated.
It looks like your phone gonna die.
No, that's good. That's good.
All right. What happened?
So, leading up to this, my work situation has been completely crazy.
Right.
So this year, I completely transitioned. This was probably another elevated moment, into the pharmacy world, into the healthcare world. And I've always looked at it as a career, as long-term. And it's not that hair isn't. It's more job security, more stability.
Right.
So I was like, I'm going to give it my all and see where it takes me. So I have been at 3 different pharmacies, one being in my externship, and then one being fucking literal hell, and the current one I'm at. And within these 3 businesses, I have worked at a big corporation, and I've worked for a privately owned mom and pop as well. And it is disgusting to me, the reality of these companies expect perfection and no error.
Mm-hmm.
And this unrealistic of, you can't ask for help, and if you do, it's counted against you.
Right, that's crazy.
And upon getting hired at this pharmacy, it's a compounding pharmacy, so I'm doing something completely new. Mind you, I'm already new to the pharmacy world, so it's all a challenge, but I thugged that shit out, and I really like it. I feel like a fucking scientist. It's like me doing hair, but more chemicals.
That's great.
Like, I really love it, but I'm also doing something new. I have a crazy-ass trainer who was just not the kindest person, and honestly straight up said she didn't want to train me.
What a bitch.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up, to be honest. And she's like, it has nothing to do with you, but I'm just saying. And it's like, you're just saying because obviously you're bothered, like, you know. But fast forward, so upon getting hired, like, this is just some crazy, like, this shit only happens to me type shit. I find out a month later the owner sold the pharmacy, and I might not have a job. And so I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? Like, am I being pranked right now? And then he's like, oh, well, he doesn't know if he's going to hire you on, but he said it's a possibility. So I'm like, okay, well, I plan on going on vacation. So me and Tony went to LA, and I called in sick because, fuck it, I didn't know if I had a job. Well, then it turns out they hired me. So, oh well, it's okay. I used all my sick hours from the previous boss, so now I had new sick hours. So, It was pretty cool. It worked out good. But these men are men who don't stand on their word. And I feel like for me, I value people's word because that's your name. That's who you are. Like, what you say is what you do. Right? I don't know. At least for me. So, one of the owners was like, okay, I'm keeping you. You're going to stay in the compound pharmacy. Perfect. Well, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I got pulled. And another girl was hired. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like, what the fuck is going on? So, long story short, fast forward literally to today. I get called in the office. And I'm like, what's going on? The schedule says last day. Like, the fuck you mean last day?
When was this?
Today.
Today? Oh, please tell me what happened.
So, he's like, oh, well, I had talked to Tariq, and Tariq was under the impression that you wanted to leave because your hours aren't consistent and we can't guarantee you 40. I said, right, but I was asking, since you guys own 17 pharmacies, what are my other opportunities?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I just want to be honest with you. As a friend, this place, you're not going to grow in here. And I already know that. I want to grow within the field, but for me, right now, I need to gain experience.
As a friend is crazy.
You know, like, that was just like a whole nother thing.
We ain't friends.
It was just like, what the fuck?
Weirdo.
Who you, cut?
But then it was, okay, so I don't want you mad at me, but we pulled you out of the compound lab because you were making mistakes. I said, making mistakes how?
Mm-hmm. Like,
when? Where? Like, I'm so new. I haven't heard of any mistakes I did. There was one, literally. I made a solution, and it was supposed to be, like a cream.
Yeah.
And I put oil. And so the person complained because obviously it was hella watery. And the cream is thicker consistency, so they said it was a consistency issue, which I owned up. That was my wrongdoing, right?
Right.
I take accountability because that's how you grow.
Right.
You make mistakes to learn from them and correct them. So, I learned, didn't do it again, cool. Then all of a sudden I get pulled out, right? Mind you, I haven't heard, and I've been on the floor for about a month and a half. So, this is all news to me. So then I'm like, okay, so realistic, you're telling me that because I made a mistake that no one brought to my attention, I am being, I don't know, I guess, I don't know. I don't even know the word I'm looking for. In a way, I feel like demoted.
Yeah.
Like, I'm being treated less than. And then you hire another woman, you put her in there, and then you give me the hours you're promising. You were promising me you give her my hours. Yeah. Make it make sense.
That's fucked up.
Make it, like, I can't. And I'm not hating on her. Girl, get your fucking money. But how are you going to say you take care of your people when you don't take care of us?
And it sounds like coaching moments instead of just, going straight to disciplining somebody or taking something away from them. Why don't you teach them?
Right.
Okay, you made mistakes here. Let's work on this so it doesn't happen again.
100%.
Like, I was done with you. Like, that's
Thank
crazy.
You. No, literally. So I'm like, this is so fucking weird.
But this whole story had me fucked up because it started for saying last day and to say that I talked to somebody else and got the impression that you did. Why didn't you talk to me?
And that's exactly my point.
Crazy.
Mind you, they didn't even think to like pull me aside, nothing.
Yeah.
So I was pissed the fuck off. So then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna talk to the manager who makes the schedule, and I'll get her to fix your schedule because she already made the schedule and she pulled me off completely." Right. And when I had asked her, she was like, "Oh, well, Tariq said it's your last day," and I was like, "When did I give a written? Yeah. When did I give my final? Like, can you show me? Can you give it to me?" And she's like, "Well, he said you texted him." I texted him if he can guarantee me specific days because I need to do hair to make money that I'm not making when I'm not in the pharmacy. Like, bitch, we own our house.
Exactly.
Like, I just don't know. But whatever. So fast forward. So he just basically says that, "Oh, well, you can stay."
Oh, he's allowing you to.
Right. Like, he's doing me a favor. So I'm like, I'm getting the fuck up out of here, bro.
Right.
Like, I'm doing what I need to do, but I think it's insane. Like, you ask for help and you're being punished. Or you make a mistake and they don't even know how to coach you. But it gets worse. Mm-hmm. The previous owner, I had complained to him because the girl would tell me, "I don't want to train you. I haven't even been trained." And she, like, would always say that.
Right.
And so I was like, she's literally saying, "What am I doing?" Like, she says crazy ass shit. And she'd be like, "I'm going to watch you all day, and I'm going to tell you every single mistake you make." Like, she would be hella weird.
Weird bitch.
And, like, for me, I don't take shit serious. Like, you don't sign my checks.
Right.
I don't want to be like you when I grow up. Like, okay. Like, why are you so rude?
Yeah, she sounds like a weirdo.
And so, it's just crazy. But it really bothers me because that bitch has so much pull. Like, what the fuck? Like, you didn't even ask me. No one even cared. And it's like, is it because I'm new?
Exactly. You know, the
hazing. Is it because I'm younger? Like,
the hazing, the new guy.
I hate that shit, though. And I've been the new girl plenty of times. So, like, that shit don't bother me. Like, I don't care. But treat me with fucking respect. I'm not a little ass kid.
Always. Yeah, I'm sorry you got to deal with that, sis.
Oh, it's okay.
I hope you find something else that makes you happy.
Yeah, fuck them. They got me fucked up. Insane.
Excuse me. Ooh.
So, somebody's tired.
Yeah,
how does it work for you on your end? You're in a leadership position when you have to coach someone. You know, how do you go about?
Well, there's formal and informal types of discussion.
Okay.
Now, if it's not that serious or something that we can catch in the moment, I will speak to you informally.
Okay.
And kind of just tell you, "Hey, bro, like, respectfully, don't do that shit."
Period.
Or, like, you know, watch how you move right now.
Right.
Because there's more eyes on you than you may think.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And I don't want to see anything happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, don't do it like that. Do it like this.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If that doesn't work, and now it's gotten attention of people above me, well, now it's going formal.
Yeah.
And I need to pull you aside and talk to you in the office.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe in giving people chances, and that's why I do that informal one first.
Okay.
Especially when they're new.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you're going to make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
I made mistakes. There's nobody in any position where you first start out and you're perfect. Like, it doesn't happen like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I feel like that's where the people above me are similar to the people you deal with, because they, not only do they expect perfection, they just want warm bodies.
Okay.
And that ruins my work experience, especially with my managing type and just how I am as a person, how I talk to people. For me to lead, I don't want just warm bodies on my team.
Right.
And I hate, like, it's like a common thing in the company I work for, is they'll say, like, the people above me will say, just think of it as a body for a body. These are humans.
Right.
That it doesn't work like that.
100%.
You know, these aren't numbers on a piece of paper.
Are these?
Yes.
I knew it.
You know?
Damn. WPS.
They're these, actually. And, you know, you can't do people like that, because that's not
Absolutely
how
not.
people work.
Right.
And then when you call them out on their shit that they do wrong,
they don't like it.
Yeah, they don't like it. Now you're being disrespectful.
That's insane.
Now you're being patronized. Now you're being threatened. Because now that you realize that you make mistakes too, right? You know, take some accountability.
Right.
But, like, I definitely believe in giving people chances. And, like, when it comes to a place like where I work now, it's the worst turnover I've ever seen anywhere. You know, and I worked for, you know, bigger corporations, bigger businesses. I've never seen it, especially in a team where I lead. I mean, it's not all me, because I don't even get to do the hiring. And it's the first place I've ever been at in this type of position where I don't get to hire.
That's probably weird.
It's weird as fuck. I don't feel like a quote-unquote manager at all. I don't do payroll. I don't do hiring, and not really any employee development. And that's those three are literally my skill set. I don't get to use them. And you know what happens if you don't use it? You lose it.
Well,
and I don't like that. And that's
hey,
what I'm
you
trying
still
to
have
get
opportunity.
You said what?
You still got opportunity.
It's hard to say, though, Nin, because, like, a lot of places with my experience that pay a livable wage want you to have a degree. I don't have the degree, and it's like...
You could talk your way out of that, though.
You would hope so, but some of them won't even let you apply as soon as you say, oh, yeah, I don't have a BA. Oh, no, I don't have... And it's like, oh, well, thank you, you know? And there's been a lot of places I've applied to where I have... like almost double the years of experience they want you to have for the position, and they won't even give you a chance. You know, it's crazy. And that's not just me. It's a common thing that a lot of people are dealing with right now, especially in California. There's just a lot of listings, a lot of places that are looking for people, but a lot of places that aren't hiring. What the fuck are you listing, man? Like, you know what I mean? I feel like it's been like that since the pandemic.
Yeah.
But I'm not happy there. I love the kids, you know, and I'm really close with a lot of families, a lot of parents. I fuck with them. Even outside of work, a couple of my coworkers I really fuck with, and that's where I say, like, the circle grew. Some of them I do not fuck with. I wouldn't mind never seeing them again, but you know what I mean? But the way the company's ran is crazy. Like, it's like when you look at your turnover and lawsuits you're dealing with, why wouldn't you want to make a change? Why wouldn't you want to speak to the people that it's directly affecting and see if you can get to the root of the problem, especially when it comes to your managers that we're at the front line for you. Don't let us feel unappreciated when we're here dealing with it more than you are.
100%. But they don't see that part. Like,
they of course not. Doesn't. They definitely don't, because they, you know, they're too busy patronizing us with, well, you've never run a business, you don't know how it is.
Right.
And yes, I have. But you've you know, you don't know what you have to deal with behind the scenes. At the end of the day, what you deal with behind the scenes or what you do to run a business is not what keeps the lights on. It's not what keeps the doors open. And it's definitely not what keeps the customers coming back. Your people do. You're only as good as a leader as your people. The weakest one in your group.
Yeah, your weakest
And if
link.
your people won't even fucking stay, you're a pretty weak leader.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's sad that they don't recognize that.
It
makes people very unhappy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And I caught it when I first ever started there. We use a platform very similar to Discord for communications at work. And we used to have a channel on there for, like, new hires. And when I first started, literally my first day I'm going through it, and people that started very near, like, to my start date, all their accounts were deactivated. And I was like, what the hell? Like, these people just started. They're, like, brand new in the channel. I can see
Did they get fired?
Their first days. I don't know. And when I asked, my COO, the response was, oh, you don't need to worry about that. I'm like, what do you mean?
You don't need to worry.
In my position, I should. Yeah, I definitely have to worry about that. Like, why the fuck are people leaving? And it kind of makes me nervous. Do I really want to be here?
Right.
And I kind of should look at that red flag and went the other way.
Yeah, no, that's really scary.
And it sucks because I feel like the good ones are leaving. I'm happy for them getting out of hell, is what we call it. They're getting better jobs and being put in better positions. I hope I'm next. You know what I mean?
No, you are definitely.